Welcome to the Journal, everybody. I am Dani.
And I'm Mike.
And today we're going to take a look at cultural diversity, from Greek dance to Caribbean fitness to an aspiring fashion designer from Aruba.
We also spice it up a little with some pole dancing. And we catch up with alumni from the Centennial Broadcasting program.
And coming up later, we have a special guest performance, so stay with us. This is the Journal. So for those of you who don't know, the Story Arts Center, which is our campus, is located close to Greektown. It's a 10-minute walk down Pape, and you can see several Greek bakeries, Greek restaurants, Greek churches, Greek stores, Greek everything. It kind of puts you in the Greek state of mind, you know?
I love Greek food. Okay, speaking of all things Greek, what about Greek dancing? From what I hear, Greek dance is quite a kick as well. And gentlemen in those dances wear skirts. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, we'll find out right now.
My name is Maria Anastasiou. I am one of the senior dance teachers here at the Greek community of Toronto. I've been dancing since I was about 6 years old, and I've been teaching since I was around 15. When I was about 4 years old and I started kindergarten, along with kindergarten, I started Greek school here at the community, and my brother was always really involved with Greek dancing. So when I turned 6 and I was finally old enough to join, my mom enrolled me, and I've been dancing ever since. With our dances, we never just teach dances, we always teach dances with history, which regions they come from, the story behind the costumes. It's all about more than just the steps. We have a whole costume room filled with different costumes from different regions because we want to make sure that they know the meaning behind it and they're not just wearing a long skirt with a funny hat. A lot of the dances they did in times of happiness or just preparing themselves for something that's going to be very emotionally trying. Greeks, for some reason, no matter what we're doing or where we're going, we got to dance first. In March, we celebrate Greek Independence Day. In 1821, we started our revolution against the Ottoman occupation, and every year the Greek community puts on this big gala, and one of the main starting points for the gala is that the cultural department always performs, and we always pull out something new and out of the box, as many performances as our kids can do. We just want to get them out there. We want to get that love of performing out there for them. We want to make sure that because they do have separate smaller performances coming up, we want to make sure that they're ready and that they look like a professional dance group, because that's essentially what we're gearing them up to be, is to be professional and to have fun and look like they're having fun with it. So once the technique comes, then the fun comes.
My name is Dimitri Anastasiou. I have been working with the Greek community for this September will be 16 years. The community actually started in 1909 with a church downtown called St. George. Right? And because Greeks as a culture are very religious, they normally tend to congregate around their churches. And it was a way for Greeks to actually get to know each other, get to keep in contact with people who knew the language and could support each other and stuff like that. It was more of a way of keeping stronger ties to back home. These dances are danced in smaller villages. The dances that were done today are actually from the provincial region of Macedonia of Greece. So each dance, they have a step to them, and okay, each village will dance it just a little bit differently on tweaking the step, but it's more of just a regional thing, that it's like how it's danced, how it's done. It's just basically, it's just a way for them to party, and it was a way for them to see each other. Very rarely back in the old days did men and women actually converse with each other, and it was a way of like women and men to actually see each other, to get to know each other, sort of thing. Well, the traditional dances that we did beforehand, they don't have a lot of words to them. It's more sounds and music. They do have words to them, but these particular songs didn't. They'll sing about anything. There's songs about the Aegean Sea, there's songs about how they grind pepper. Each dance, it has a different song, different tune. So these are from like mainland Greece. There's a different sense from the islands of Greece and stuff like that. There's not an easy way to explain it. For me personally, my way of getting out of the house and having my group of friends and not having to deal with a lot of other stuff was the Greek community. As the dance groups, I used to dance almost 40 hours a week. Get to actually make lifelong friends. As much as we are different individuals, we all have that same common background, so you make friends a lot easier. These are friends that you have for your entire life.
We really strive to preserving our culture and instilling it on the youth to make sure that they feel involved and that they grow up kind of knowing what their roots are, what their history is, and learn it in a really fun, immersive kind of way.
That said, after our segment, seems that I was right. Gentlemen wear skirts for some Greek dances.
Well, maybe you should try it sometime, Mike. I'm sure you'd be a great Greek dancer. But anyways, the point is not the skirts, but the history behind the dances. I think it's amazing how the community preserved their cultural roots and managed to pass this from generation to generation. It's not an easy task.
For sure. That's what I love about Toronto. I mean, it's such a culturally diverse city. I mean, you can find Asian restaurants, you can find Indian supermarkets, Irish film festivals,
Brazilian supermarkets.
Even Caribbean dance groups. Yeah. Okay, let's shake it up with some Caribbean spice. What do you think?
Like it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
My name is Shakira Martin. I am the founder and artistic director for Carnival Spice. I'm also a movement coach and wellness expert. Carnival Spice started back in 2013, which feels like ages ago. I was a budding performer in the Toronto dance scene, doing a lot of commercial work, auditioning, all that jazz. As well, I was a firm supporter of the Caribbean Carnival community in Toronto. I did a lot of work with the masquerade bands, building costumes, volunteering, and I loved it. However, I saw a lot of conflict within these industries, specifically the dance industry. There wasn't a lot of people that looked like me. There wasn't a lot of people that I could relate to, build community with, share space with, and I wanted to change that, but I didn't know how. In the carnival community, I saw a lot of opportunity that wasn't being utilized as far as how talent was utilized and how our culture, or the Caribbean culture, was being presented. So eventually I built the courage to bring a lot of my passions together, specifically dance, specifically fitness, and Carnival Spice came about from just taking a chance on myself and taking a chance on all the great women that I'm able to work with, and Carnival Spice was formed.
Carnival Spice! Take down the decimal. No more ready. I need ready in the air.
Spice is an award-winning fitness and entertainment company. We showcase the beauty of Caribbean culture. We highlight Caribbean Carnival in particular, and the company is made up of a dynamic community of our entertainment team, our fitness clients, and our beautiful social media followers.
Hi, my name is Alicia Slinkitz. I'm here representing Carnival Spice and Everything Nice. I'm here also because we won People's Choice Award for 2 years in a row.
One class, make some noise! your Caribbean people, your African people, our beautiful black people. Let's go! We are Carnival Spice. We're calling it Let's Dance Company. Thank you for your support, your love, and your vibe.
So Carnival Spice performed tonight. We wanted to showcase our talent, our true passion in Carnival and representing Caribbean cultures and Caribbean dance all together. And not just one time a year, but throughout the whole year. And we wanted to show it and have the audience feel the energy that we have and the passion that we have and the drive. And winning this award, we just keep pushing and pushing every day so that when we can come here, we accept the award and we just continue thriving.
I've definitely transformed as a businesswoman in terms of the systems that I use. You know, I definitely can't be doing the same thing for another 7 years as far as operations and such. But it has been fun transitioning from the front of the bus in costume, jumping and waving and stuff like that, to more of a back seat to really observe what's happening and watching my team being able to experience a lot of the things that I have and see their faces light up, you know? And the great part of that is allowing more room for me to tap into a lot of my other passions and work on other projects while still building the Carnival Spice community. You know, there's a lot of dimensions to me. As Shakira, as a woman, as a young Caribbean business owner, as a female in the arts and entertainment industry, as a fitness and wellness leader, you know, there's a lot of dimensions to me, and I'm just excited to see it all unfold.
Everyone say Carnival Spice!
So how was that, huh?
That was amazing.
If you want to learn more about their work, go visit them, www.carnivalspice.com. And if you're interested in Caribbean culture, Toronto Caribbean Carnival happens every year at the end of July, down at the Exhibition Place.
Yeah, and it's very inspiring to see people from different backgrounds coming all together. This, for me, is the beauty of Canada. Even so, we're only seeing the beauty of Canada through our windows with our coffee mugs in our hands because we're all in quarantine.
Yes. You've got the right message, you know, all you need is love, but yeah, been a little tricky, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I guess there's always something fun you can do in quarantine.
But yeah, unfortunately, with the COVID-19, a little more difficult to get out and enjoy the beauty of Canada these days. Well, you know, with people stuck at home, though, there's still plenty of ways to enjoy life from indoors, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what are people doing at home? This is what I do. So the one thing we are doing fairly well is, by some freak chance, our plants are staying alive. I say this as, well, we've been cursed in here for like 4 years doing this. These guys are great. And actually, as much as I like these ones, these things over here, these are just cool looking. Can you imagine if humans had skin like that? I mean, that would be cool. We'd also be in a sci-fi movie, but still.
And there we are. I'm a spaceman. So yeah, basically, this is how you sleep all night without scaring the living crap out of the person behind you. Trust me, you don't want to do that. That doesn't go well at all. And yeah, this is my sci-fi. I figure I can wear this outside possibly. Never mind. Quiet, Michael. So we're going to edge into this room slightly, but of course this is a bad place to go because, well, yeah, look where we are. Okay, never mind. Why do I go here? This thing right here makes this more like a spa than a regular bathroom. In fact, some days when we were still in school, I used to come home straight into the washroom here and just sit here for I don't even know how long doing homework just to stay warm. Way nicer. I'm telling you, just beautiful. Do I sound crazy? Probably, but anyway.
Probably shouldn't have shown you that. Let's see what other people are doing at home.
Well, me personally, I've been doing a lot of productive things, eating a lot of healthy food.
You got me beat.
But this is some other things that I've been doing as well.
So besides what I already mentioned of eating a lot of healthy food, what? And doing a lot of productive stuff, some things that I'm doing this quarantine to keep me busy and, just nice things to do are cooking a lot. I've been cooking basically every meal because it's nice and it's nice to have fresh food also. Here are some sweet potatoes and asparagus with olive oil, salt, and black pepper. There's some rosemary in the potatoes. There's some thyme in there. And the mushrooms that I'm going to grill once this is... Ooh, oven's heated. Mushrooms are going to be grilled after this is kind of done because that's a lot faster. I am also gardening a lot, especially using things that you already have in your home because it's food that you already eaten and it has seeds and you can grow on your own house. So we have some basil here that are in water. I'm waiting for them to grow roots to plant them again. A few avocado pits. They've been here for about a week. It takes around 3 weeks for them to grow roots and seeds to be planted in the dirt, so I'll have time for that. There's also green onions over here that are those that you buy in the market. They have the roots, you just put them in water and the roots grow back. This is where I originally cutted them, and this is how much they've grown already. And as soon as there's sun outside, I'm going to plant them outside as well. And right here in the fridge, there's also the pitch pits, which are the weirdest thing I've ever grown because they need to be in the fridge for like a month before they are actually planted outside because they need the cold, apparently. And I am adventuring into the world of training pets, trying to train my cats, which is an interesting task to say the least. Both of you? Sit. Sit. No. Sit. Okay, you get one. Sit. 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 Okay. He seated. Okay, take the treat. Okay, now stay. Stay. I can't believe this word. Okay, here you go. And that's how you train your cats.
So these are great creative ways to keep yourself busy while in quarantine, which we all know it's kind of hard, especially when you live in a small house. For now, we must stay at home and do our part to prevent the spread of the whole virus and flatten the curve. But with everyone's patience, soon enough, we will all be together and we will all be everywhere and traveling and hanging out again.
When this is all over, I think I want to travel to so many places. Corner store being one of them, but maybe even the Caribbean. It's a small, peaceful island. How about just one like Aruba? Hey, Dani, you ever heard of Aruba?
I've heard of Aruba. Never been though. It's on my list. But I have a friend that is from Aruba.
Seriously?
Yeah. Her name is Jamila, and she's a very talented fashion designer. She came to Canada to launch her business line here, and I think you'd be impressed. Her designs have that, different quality that catches your eye. You see.
Different. Okay, yeah. I'm curious now.
So, it's important when you're sewing that the thread matches the fabric. So let's see if I have the green. I do have the green. Looks like it resembles it. My name is Jamila Phillip. I came here from Aruba, and I moved here in 2018 to study fashion business and management. I chose fashion business and management because I already knew about fashion design. Back home, I designed some stuff. I did fashion shows, and the whole process of choosing models and makeup and accessories and a collection, the mood board. So when I came to Canada, I just wanted to see the business side of fashion. I love seeing people with a lot of fashion sense. Especially in Toronto, you go downtown and it's so amazing, and I feel so happy. Anytime I see someone that's fashionable, they have the right shoes on, accessories and colors, I love it. It's always been a part of what I do. In class, I would always be drawing. There was this one time, the door on one of the classrooms looked like an airplane. I was like, oh my God, what if I have a fashion show in an airport? And the models are in the airport walking. And so crazy ideas but it was always something to do with fashion. I love working with fabrics or materials that you normally use in clothes. So I love plastic. I just like it. It's a challenge, and I kind of like it because you'll be spending the whole day trying to figure out how am I gonna sew this plastic without breaking the needle. So my big inspiration back home is the water that surrounds us. It's so beautiful. The skies are super blue. So that's why statements in blue. I was always surrounded by blue. Blue was always everywhere. My next steps, I would say, are I'm gonna focus on starting my business. I think I've learned so much. I feel strong enough and wise enough to kind of develop a business plan or start something. So that's what I'll be focusing on. What I envision myself doing is designing clothes, having people wear it and feel inspired to maybe start their own collection or, design more and do more, be more. I want people to get something out of buying the clothes. I just want people to feel like they can do and achieve anything in the clothes that I made.
So, what do you think?
That was something.
Right? Yeah, plastic is a really interesting material to use on clothes. We don't see a lot of it out there. And I wonder where she even gets that kind of plastic from, I don't think that's comfortable. I haven't wear plastic clothes ever, but yeah, the clothes really stand out. And if you like fashion, that's important.
Well, yeah, like you said, they stood out. I mean, I like that though. I like that the clothes, the clothing reflected her culture. It's very important not to forget about your roots, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you're living abroad in another country.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Personal experience here.
Exactly.
Yeah. So how about we spice it up, featuring another kind of dancing now? So meet Tia, who challenges us to rethink the art of pole dancing.
Pole dancing.
Yeah.
Okay, this is good.
I'd like to see you try that one too, Mike.
I can't imagine that going well. I could maybe hold on to the pole when I was, I can't, trust me, you don't want me to never mind the costume.
Yeah, well, let's see Tia doing it then, because I bet she's amazing at it.
Sounds great.
My name is Tia, and I started pole dancing about just over 6 years ago. My background is dance, and I've been a dance teacher since I was about 16. I've been dancing since I was 5, so it was always a really big, important part of my life. When I did find pole dancing, I just connected to it, mainly as a woman. It was a way for me to build my confidence in my own sexuality. I was never confident with the way that I looked, but I feel like pole dancing has really helped me to appreciate not my body for how it physically looks, but what it's capable of doing, aesthetically, technically, but also emotionally as well. So this is not about aesthetically how you look. This is not about technique at all. I want you guys to not be afraid. Pole dancers are constantly being related to strippers, and to me, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, we're inspired by those dancers, and it's like what we do in the studio and how we dance inspires us to, be in touch with our own sexuality and embrace our femininity, back muscle, lats, traps, biceps. It's a full body workout. Regardless of what you're focusing on, everything has to be engaged or contracted in some form. Just came back from LA, and 4 years ago, I actually traveled to LA to take classes and to train. So it was kind of surreal being there this time, being the one teaching those classes and performing in, one of the biggest shows in North America. So it was very, very surreal to me. Luckily for my career now in pole dancing, it has allowed me to kind of travel the world. It's just great. It's a beautiful thing because even though the pole community is so big, it still feels very small in a good way. Like, I feel like pole dancers are the most loving, supportive people ever. So it's just really great to kind of travel and experience all of that.
So Mike, what do you say? How do you feel about we take a pole dance class once this is all over?
I don't know if my back would allow me to partake in that kind of physical movement. Probably not.
Unfortunately, it's still a type of dance that a lot of people don't understand or respect. I think it's beautiful. I think it's amazing how powerful and free those women and men looked.
Yeah, I think people should do whatever makes them happy in life.
Yeah.
Which that leads to our next documentary. An alumni student from this program who's working in the television industry and still finds time for her creative voice, let's get to know Shanaise Williams. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds nice.
You are a woman, you are a fighter. You are a woman, you are strong. You are a woman, you are powerful.
My name is Shanaise Williams. I'm 27 years old.
You are a woman, you are mighty.
I'm a writer, producer, and story editor.
Writing for me started off as a therapeutic thing. I like writing. I like writing everything down. I would like see people on the subway and try to create a story around them.
I'm inspired by my family, my friends. They inspire me every day.
You are a woman, you are important. You are a woman, you are unstoppable.
I just want women to know they can do anything.
I would like to write a book, I'd like to write a screenplay, and I'd like to write a TV show, and I'd like to do my documentary.
I love reading. I'm a bookworm. I love movies. I love TV. I love television. I love jazz music.
You are a woman. You nestle the weight of the world in your bosom. You are a woman. You are beautiful beyond the eye can see. You are a woman. You are enough.
I'm insecure about my teeth, but I'm also terrified of the dentist, so I won't do anything about it. I'll just deal with it and own it eventually.
Damn. I'm insecure about talking about myself. I'm insecure about talking in public.
I am insecure about my voice. Oh my God. Oh, it sounds horrible. Being a woman of color, being a young person, it's hard. You have to open doors for yourself, so they're not gonna open for you, unfortunately.
And I'm like overanalyzing everything I say because I'm afraid I'm gonna say something really stupid.
Don't do anything that you do not wanna do, that you're not ready to do, that you are not passionate about. Just listen to yourself. That's my advice to you, Shanaise.
I am powerful. Be yourself because everybody else is taken. Have courage and be kind. You are a beautiful, badass, talented, strong Black woman.
Shanaise has really found that creativity in her life, and she's a powerful, talented woman that inspired other women. She definitely inspired me, and her poem is such a boost of confidence. It's just these little things that we as women need to listen more often.
You know, it's a very personal documentary.
Yeah.
And we get to know her on another level. Not as alumni from Centennial, but as a funny, engaging, original woman.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, we're getting to the end of the journal this week, and I have to be honest. Okay, all I can think about are those beautiful beaches from Aruba. I wish I was quarantined on that island. Yeah,
it would be nice. But, well, Mike, we still have a very special music performer, and you may not be stuck in Aruba right now, but our performer, Joshue Garcia, is a singer, dancer, performer, model, and graphic designer from Aruba who studies in Canada.
So because of the COVID-19 pandemic, Josh went back home to be with his family. But he agreed on performing for us.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the journal, Josh. Thank you.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Dan. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of this episode of The Journal. I am actually really happy and privileged to be part of this episode with you guys, especially during these tough times, during this pandemic situation. I am back home in Aruba momentarily until this entire situation gets resolved, but I figured, since I am here right now, I could sing a little song for you guys in my native language. I thought it would be appropriate since I am here in Aruba. So, without any further ado, I will be performing a song called Aboso by Padu Lampa. So, here we go. Enter mi alma, enter mi vida, tasina mi tastima, itabo somia stima, bautur circunstancia, itena mi morto, lo me estimabo, aboso, enter mi alma, enter mi vida, tasina mi tastima, itamo somia stima, bautur circunstancia, itena mi morto, lo me segui, stimabo, aboso, que dia lo mi tens honor, te cariciavo con mi amor, te sentivo dulzura de sonche calor, amare tal noche mes, amare tal amor que un vez mi por entregaba, todo mi corazón, amare tal noche mes, amare tal amor que un vez mi por entregaba, todo mi corazón.
Josh, thank you so much for being a part of the journal.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Before we say our goodbyes, we would like to know, how are things back in Aruba?
It actually feels very nice to be back home in Aruba for a little while, especially, as I said, during this pandemic. We are going through some difficult times, and to be able to spend all the time that I have with my family and my loved ones and the ones closest to me is actually I'm really grateful for that I could be able to go through this entire situation with the people that's most closest to me. So I'm very happy.
How's your family?
My family is actually doing really well. Everyone in my family is doing good. My mom, my dad, and my sister, they're very healthy, and we're actually really taking care of ourselves. We don't go anywhere. We literally stay cooped up inside as much as we can. We only leave the house if it's essential and when we need it. But we do take really well care of ourselves. So my entire family is okay, thank God. We're gonna make sure it's gonna stay like that.
And how's the situation there?
Well, the situation here isn't any different from anywhere else. Again, we are such a small island, so we do have everything under control as much as we can, even though some things are, not perfect, of course. But the situation here isn't blown out of proportion as compared to the rest of the world. However, we do have some cases of the virus here in Aruba, which is why it is recommended for us to stay home. So we're basically under lockdown, or at least shelter in place until the entire situation gets resolved. But for now, everything is, as they say, under control as much as we can. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for having me again. This has been a pleasure, and honestly, I just wanted to say that through these difficult times, it is really important for us to stay connected via social media and everywhere and anywhere that we can, just to promote that positivity to everywhere around the world, to everyone right now, because that's what we need going through this entire pandemic. So again, thank you guys so much, and remember to stay safe. Bye.
Well, family is very important to everyone. And from our family here at the Journal to your family, stay home and stay safe. Together, each one in our respective homes, of course, we'll all get through this.
Yes, exactly. Take care, everyone.
Stay safe.
Stay safe, you too, Dani.
You too, Mike. Take care.
Thanks, you too.
And don't get out of the house.
Promise I won't.
Okay.
I'll be good.
Good boy.
I'll get a cookie.
Okay, I'll bake your cookies.
But
You just have to wait until we're out of quarantine.
Yeah.